Hey, Power Kids teachers. Okay, so I'm just starting doing this for the first time. I did this with my Surge classroom last room, and I just didn't get around to doing first through third, but I'm hoping to do this for everybody and just start doing this every week. So my goal here is to just film a video where I am talking through the curriculum, just walking through it, just to help everybody. I cannot count how many times I have walked in to volunteer or to teach a class, and I'm bringing my kids in, and it's like, all right, everybody, let me look at the curriculum for the first time. And there's just so many words, and it's just hard to understand until I've really had time to read it and understand it. And I know that it can be hard to use some of what's in here if you don't understand it. We don't always have time to do that. So I'm just trying to help give as many tools and resources as I can. So I know that all of our services, whether it's the 5, the 6:45, the 9 o'clock, or the 11, I know we all run them differently. I know that different things work at different times with different kids, with different volunteers and different things. So I'm not saying, hey, we got to make sure we're doing everything right. I'm not worried about that. You guys do an incredible job. I'm just trying to give you as many resources as possible and trying to help any way that I can. So I'm going to start doing these videos. This one's a little bit longer because this is my first time going through it, and I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So I'm giving a little bit more explanation, but it's going to be a little bit longer. But normally I'm just doing these quick videos, just walking through the curriculum, saying, hey, here's some of my here's how this works. Here's any tips or tricks that I have. And just helping us all understand what sort of the idea is, or the purpose for these. And I'll give you any suggestions or ideas that I have for how things can or could function. And as well, I would love feedback as well of things like, hey, I've tried this in my classroom, this works really well. Or I started doing this activity and this works, or I've done this every week and it's worked well, or I tried this and it didn't work well, we should probably stop doing that. Things like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. So the first activity we have is it's just a quick little tongue twister activity. Man, that's hilarious that I messed up on saying tongue twister. But it's a tongue twister activity. So you just have these different tongue twisters. You can just have the kids try to say them as fast as you can. You can bring a kid up if you want to do one at a time with volunteers like that. And then have the kids come up with their own tongue twisters or other tongue twisters that they know, and challenge other kids to do them. It's fun. It's easy. And then the next thing is you can give kids like a piece of paper and a pencil. What you're going to do is you're going to have everybody get ready, set, go, and then you're going to say a color. And for 60 seconds, every kid is going to write down anything that they can see in that room that is that color. So you could say blue, and they'd say this coat and that jacket and this box and that crate over there, like all these different things. Just go for it. Have fun with it. And then you kind of segue into talking about like how just real quick, be like, yeah, I love how you guys were looking for things, and you had to really be creative about how to find different things that were blue, maybe things that didn't necessarily look blue. Explain it like that, and how we can use gratitude. We want to look for things to be grateful for in our lives, and you can just really dig into that and be like, we in the same way that you were looking for a color and really trying to find it. You can look for gratitude and really try to find it. Find things to be grateful. Find things that God has done, or that things that you didn't think about. So you can talk through it in that way. And then we have the See, Show, Share. The See, Show, Share is something we created just to try to help as an easy recap piece to help kids understand the story. It's really just saying, hey, what did you see in the story? How can you show what you learned in your life? And how can you share it with other people, other kids, other people that you may meet? So it's really simple in that way. Sometimes those concepts are a little abstract and hard to explain or hard to share in that way. So if it doesn't work, feel free to do it however you want to do it. This is really just a recap piece. It's to help you do these. Another thing that I've started doing, just because it's always a win if we can share the gospel with the kids, is I've started using the model that the Jesus Storybook Bible uses. They take any story and they say, okay, how can we see Jesus in this story? And how does this story point to Jesus? And so what I've started doing is sometimes I'll just ask the kids straight up, like, how do we see Jesus in this story? And it's not often that kids will have answers. Sometimes the kids will. But it's really easy to be like, oh, okay, well, in this story, we see a lost people that found someone that helped them get out of their lostness or whatever. Like, or David and Goliath. Like, David was this small, weak person that through the strength of God was able to defeat the enemy and save the people. And that's what Jesus did, because Jesus was born as a little baby in a weak human body, even though he was God. And he came and he died for our sins, and he saved everybody. He saved the people by defeating the enemy. Like, you can share the gospel every time just by saying, we see Jesus in the same way that this story did this, so did Jesus. Like, and that's a really easy way to do that. So I've started doing that, and that's really a fun and cool way to help the kids start seeing Jesus all throughout the Bible. So you can do that. You can use that if you want. It's not going to be easy with every story. Sometimes the stories aren't even stories. It's just a verse. But you have your own liberty. You guys do an incredible job with this. So just giving you ideas and concepts. Then we have Bible charades. This is, you have just some different cards in here, some activity cards. And so these are just parts of the story from this week. So you can take these, have kids randomly draw one, and then you're going to pass them out to the different groups of kids. They're going to that at least draw one. And then those kids will try to act out whatever that is to the kid that they're partnered with. And they'll try to do charades and figure out which part of the story they're talking through. And so you can work through them through that with them. And then the next one is the Pray Every Day activity page. So it's just these pages. Let's see if I've got one here. Just these pages like this. So it's just like a morning, lunch, and evening. And you just have the kids think through ways that they can look to be thankful throughout their day. Whether it's like, what can I be thankful for at breakfast? What can I be thankful for around lunchtime? And how can I start doing that every day, of thanking God for this, thanking God for something else, and just be creative. Help the kids come up with ideas to build habits of being grateful. That's kind of the bottom line for this week, is make a habit of being grateful. So helping them come up with ways to make habits. And a habit is just something you do every day to help remind you. So it's just doing that with them. And then we have an activity called The Heart of It All. And so you're just going to take some tape and tape a heart, a big heart, and then a little heart on the floor. It doesn't have to be a heart. If you just want to use the squares on the floor that are already there, you're totally welcome to do that. But the idea is that you're going to have kids, have everybody toss a beanbag. You can make like a line far away, and so they're trying to toss it into. And if they make it into the big heart, then they can just read the verse off the slide. And if they make it into the little heart, then they can read it, or they have to just try to say it from memory, and they can have someone else help them, or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's how it explains it, but feel free to tweak that however you want. This is to go over the memory verse for this week. And just a reminder, when we use not gaffer's tape, so when we just use masking tape, we're fine to use that on the floor. But we have to pick it up. We have to pull it up when we're done, because if it gets left for several days, it'll leave a terrible residue on the floor, and then we have to replace the carpet for different. it's just a hassle. So you use this, which is this is just the masking tape that we have. Yeah, just pull it up when you're done. And then that's the last activity I've got in here. I know some of you do prayer requests with your kids. That's always a good option, and it's always good to pray with them and let them know that you're praying for them. Any way that you can build connections with the kids is awesome. And feel free, again, something that I did with my with my Surge teachers is I created this list of different like games and activities that they can just use whenever, so they're not just playing Sharks and Minnows 765 times, just over and over every week, trying to give them other options of things to do to help bring a little help to the chaos, structure to the chaos. So you're welcome to watch that video if you want to. It's on this same page. You're welcome to use any of those if you want. I'm hoping to create a more specialized one just for Power Kids or for 1st through 3rd grade, just because not all of those would work for 1st through 3rd grade, and most of them wouldn't actually. They're mostly just for Surge. But I'd love to, if you guys have ideas, I'd love to build sort of a list of different activities that work in your classrooms. So if you guys have ideas, please send them to me, and I'll send them out to the rest of the groups in that way. I know this video is a little bit longer, but I just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page and help it through that. I just recorded the other one, and it was significantly shorter. So these will be a lot shorter week to week. Just the first one's a little bit longer because of all the explanation. But yeah, if you have any other games or activities that you do or things that you do in your classroom that work really well that you think I should talk about on these, I'm going to start doing these every week. So yeah, just let me know and I'll add them in. But thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I hope this helps. Again, you don't have to do all of these things. This is just to be an extra help and an extra resource to you guys. So yeah, hope it helps. Thanks. See you guys.